Think about the last time everything went wrong at once. Maybe a project collapsed at work, an argument blew up out of nowhere, or you were stuck in gridlock traffic while running late. For most people, the immediate response is anger, panic, or anxiety. But imagine walking through those exact same situations with absolute stillness, totally unshakable, calm, and completely in control of your emotions. This isn't an impossible superpower. It is a mental toolkit built over 2,000 years ago called Stoicism. The ancient Stoics realized a brutal but liberating truth. We cannot control the world around us, but we have absolute dominion over how we respond to it. Today, we're breaking down a timeless framework to help you build an armored mind and find true inner clarity in a chaotic world. Let's start by drawing the line of control. The philosopher Epictetus was born a slave and faced immense hardship. Yet he unlocked the ultimate secret to mental freedom, the dichotomy of control. He argued that your life is divided into two distinct categories: things that are up to you and things that are not. Think of an archer. The archer can choose how hard they train, how carefully they clean their bow, and how precisely they aim before releasing the arrow. All of that is in their control. But the moment the arrow leaves the bow, control ends. A sudden gust of wind can blow it off course. A wild animal could step in front of the target. The real secret is to stop tying your happiness to the target. Focus entirely on the effort of the pull. When you invest your energy only in your thoughts, intentions, and actions, you become immune to external disappointment. We also have to stop fighting the current of reality. Marcus Aurelius was the emperor of Rome, dealing with plagues, wars, and political treachery. In his private journal, Meditations, he constantly reminded himself of the power of radical acceptance. Life does not care about your plans. It will throw unexpected detours in your path, and screaming at reality won't change it. The Stoics compared a person resisting reality to a dog tied to a moving cart. You can either run smoothly alongside the cart or get dragged kicking and screaming. Acceptance isn't giving up. It's simply acknowledging reality for what it is, so you can make your next move with a clear head. This allows you to anchor yourself in the now. The great statesman Seneca observed that we often torture ourselves twice. We suffer once in the past through regret, and again in the future through anxiety. To combat this, the Stoics practiced intense mindfulness. Anxiety lives exclusively in a future that hasn't happened yet, and regret lives in a past that cannot be rewritten. The present moment is the only terrain where you actually possess power. By anchoring your awareness to what you are doing right now, you cut off the fuel supply to stress. The next step is to let adversity heavy load your mind. We often view obstacles as disruptions to our lives. But hardship is not a tragedy, it's a gym. Challenges are the precise tools nature uses to test our spirit and build our character. Think of a fire that grows from the wind. A weak flame gets blown out by a breeze, but a massive blaze consumes the wind and uses it to grow brighter. When adversity strikes, do not ask, "Why me?" Instead, treat it as raw material to forge your resilience. You must learn to own the gap between event and reaction. Between an event and your emotional reaction, there is a tiny, hidden window of time. In that window lies your ultimate freedom. Most people operate on autopilots. Someone insults them, they immediately get angry. But you can step into that gap. No one can make you feel inferior or enraged without your consent. The next time someone cuts you off or disrespects you, pause. Realize that their behavior is a reflection of their internal state, not yours. Choose a rational response rather than an emotional reflex. From there, you can starve the ghost of excess. Seneca was one of the wealthiest men in the empire, yet he warned heavily against the trap of luxury. He realized that the more things you own, the more those things own you. When we develop excessive desires for status or wealth, we become slaves to the fear of losing them. Stoicism advocates for radical voluntary simplicity. By deliberately limiting your desires, you eliminate the constant anxiety of consumerism. This helps you build an unshakable internal compass, grounded in 4 cardinal virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Wisdom is knowing what is good, bad, and what doesn't matter. Courage is standing up for your principles. Justice is treating others with fairness. And temperance is self-restraint. When you base your self-worth on these virtues, you stay secure in any storm. It also helps to remember that the clock is ticking. The Stoics frequently practiced a meditation known as memento mori, remember, you must die. While that sounds dark, it was actually used as an emergency button for clarity in daily life. When you realize that your time on this planet is temporary and completely unpredictable, the petty dramas of daily life instantly vanish. The minor insults and temporary setbacks disappear. Remembering your mortality doesn't make life meaningless. It makes every single present moment incredibly precious and worth your focus. This shifts your mind to appreciate the ordinary. Gratitude in the Stoic tradition isn't just about saying thank you. It is an active calibration of your mind. We should look at everything we possess as things that have been loaned to us by the universe. Our health, our relationships, and our homes can be recalled at any moment. When you view your life through this lens, you stop taking people for granted. You start finding immense joy in the simplest things. A hot cup of coffee, a conversation with a friend, or simply waking up healthy. This turns you into a lifelong work in progress. Philosophy is not a set of rules you memorize once. It is a daily discipline. You are an athlete of the mind, and the training never stops. Epictetus reminded his students that progress is incremental. You will have days where you lose your temper, or days where anxiety wins. The goal isn't flawless perfection, it's conscious awareness. Every morning is a new chance to review your actions and chip away at the rough edges of your character. The world around you will always be unpredictable. People will be difficult, crises will emerge, and plans will fall apart. But changing the way you look at your challenges changes your entire reality. Notice the gap between what happens to you and how you react, and watch how quickly your internal world transforms. Thanks for watching, stay resilient, and we'll see you in the next video.